what our great guru is asking me to deliver it, I'm just delivering it. So it's just a small connection, interconnection. Thank you for the nice introduction. Now, let me start with a small story which was given in Upanishads. There are a lot of Upanishads, and there is a Upanishad which is very, very simple in poetic form, is called Kado Upanishad. Okay. In that, there is a small story. I would like to start with that story. There was a rich man who wanted name, fame, wealth, and all that. So he was doing some yagya, means some, penance or some practice in which he has to donate or he has to contribute a lot of things of his belongings to the God, so that God gives you a boon that, okay, what do you want? I will give, something like that. So he was practicing that and he was doing that actually, but he was not doing it from his heart, just for namesake, just for getting the name, fame, he was doing it. So if he has to donate 100 cows, whatever cows which are not fit for any use, he identified those with a problem in the leg, or not giving milk, or very old cow which is supposed to die in another 2 months. So he has identified those which are of not much use, and he donated to the God, so that he is completing that practice to get boon. And he was having a son. His name is called Nasiketan. He was not at all happy with what his father was doing it, because it is not fair to donate something which is of no use to somebody, right? So he was not at all willing. He was not at all happy with that. So he started thinking how to teach my father a lesson. So he waited for some opportunity, and then he asked one day to him, "You are donating so many things to the people or God. When are you donating me to the God?" Something like that. So when he asked that question, "What are you saying? Why I should donate?" and things like that. And then he started asking a couple of other questions, which irritated his father, or the rich man. And he, by accidentally, he uttered a word that, "I will donate to you to the Yamadharma Raja, the king of death. So I will donate you to him." So the moment, of course, he already was doing a lot of things to get the power from the God. And now finally, when that day comes, he went into the king of death, the Yamadharma Raja. And when this fellow, that means that Nasiketan, the boy, the son of that rich man. So when he reached him, the king of death, Yamadharma Raja, and he was on a business tour. Somewhere he is there. He is responsible for the earthly things. So he was away from his place. So this guy had to wait for 3 days, and he did not come back. Only on the fourth day, Yamadharma Raja came, the king of death came, and he told, "Oh, I'm so sorry that you have been waiting for 3 days. I was so busy in this visit. So I'm so sorry, and I apologize to you. And just because I made you to wait for 3 days, I want to give three boon. You can ask anything, I will grant you." So like that, he was giving him offer for his mistake, whatever the king had done, the king of death had done. So he asked, he said, "Okay, fine. The first one is, my father was so unhappy about me. So when I go back now, he should happily receive me as his lovable son." Okay, king of death said, "Granted, no issues. Go to the next one." And next one said, "There are so many human people are there in the earth, and they are trying all their best to come to heaven. But what is that single most practice people can do to go to heaven?" So this was his second question. So he wanted to know that, and he said, "Okay, no problem. This is what you have to do." So he gave that as well, and he got it. Then what is the third one? And now he asked a third question, third boon to him. See, when people die, many people say that he died. Some people say that no, he is still existing. Though he physically died, he is existing, or he is, for him, there is no death and things like that. So I wanted to know what exactly happening in these things. So whether people live all the time or they die, and if they die, who will die, when they will die, and why they die, all sort of things about death, after death. So that was his question, and the king of death got really upset for this question. Then he told, come on, see, now the question what you are asking now, even devas have confusion in this concept. So I can't clarify this. I can't clarify. So you please leave me from this question. You ask anything else, I will grant you. He said, no. I wanted to know answer for this question, and except you, who can be a best person I can approach? So you are the only one I have come here. So only you are the person, you have to clarify to me. So please don't avoid, you have to answer my question. The king of death, really, he got again, oh my God, this fellow is not leaving me, and I already told that I will grant you. So now I am in a fix, I am in a difficult situation. So he tried to again tell him that, no worries. See, when you go to earth, I will give you whatever wealth you need. I will give mountains of gold, diamond, or you will be the king for the entire earth, and I will make you as a king of earth. So all that plus, he said, as long as you live, you can live. I will grant you that. So many things he offered, but don't ask me answer for that question. So I don't know. So please accept this. Then he told the king that I am very clear. Whatever you say that you will offer me, like a gold, diamond, position, name, fame, life, all that, I know I will not get satisfied. It is of no use to me. You keep all that with you. But I want to know answer for that question. I don't have any, there is no other equivalent question I have or request I have other than this. So you must answer me. I don't want anything, whatever you have been telling us. Now the king of death was so happy. Then now he said, okay, now you have really understood the concept of life, and you have purposely omitted all those things which can give, which people think they will get happiness, and you are asking something which is much beyond happiness, ecstasy, blissful life, and that is where your question is. Now then the story goes, then he started teaching him the philosophy behind that question. This is what that Upanishad says, that Kado Upanishad says that. Now, why I'm saying here, the soul, the Athma, whatever things we have, whether the name, fame, position, people, materials, or house, wife, anything we see in this materialistic world, physical things, will it get happy? Will it get contented? Will it have, will it be able to enjoy the bliss or ecstasy? No way it is possible. But that story says after death, actually, after death, who bothers? In this life itself, the soul should be happy, should enjoy the bliss. And that, see, they take all these scriptures, all these Vedas, all those great scholars, they try to teach slowly, step by step, right? Now, there it was told that we will not teach you unless the fellow is ready to compromise anything related to the materialistic things. Then only king of death offered him, okay, now I will teach you, because you don't want all, now you are eligible for that. Whereas our Guru Maharishi, he has not seen the qualification from us. What he kept the qualification as, you should be above 14 years old, and you should have a physical body and life to walk and to hear and to listen. That's all. And all those restriction, all those constraint what king of death had, Maharishi has removed it. He taught us all the practices for to live a blissful life. And that is a focus of today's discussion, Athma Shanti. when the soul will enjoy the blissful state or the complete Shanti. I can't find an equivalent word in English for Shanti, though we always use peace. If I see the dictionary for the word peace, what exactly the meaning of peace? Peace means freedom from all the disturbances. This is the Wikipedia dictionary says. Peace means freedom from all disturbances, right? And we always use peace as an opposite word of war or enmity or problems or conflict, etc., etc., etc. But actual word, the Sanskrit meaning of the word Shanti, that means inner peace. What is external peace? Inner peace. Inner peace. We all know that we have physical body, mind, and soul, the spirit or the Athma. When the soul will be at a peaceful state, that is more important for our to enjoy a blissful life with in this world. Now, you all know that what is this inner peace? I think I might have shared with you my own experience in my previous employment or before coming to Qatar. And my boss wanted to award a contract to a company, which from where he took some money, bribery. And he indirectly, without telling me those background, but I knew from that company directly because I was close to them than my boss with that, because I am in the field. And so he told me that, no, you have to award this job to this particular company. And he knew that I have been working with that company for 2.5 years, but he made the deal, which I knew it, but simply I can sign it and leave the place there, because anyway, I also wanted to work with them only, because I have been working with that company for 2.5 years. But the only difference is I wanted to work with them and they are eligible, they are qualifiable, but this fellow made a deal. Unless I tell Muthu cannot sign the paper, I am the GM, I have to sign it, so I need this much money, something he made it, right? Now I was thinking, though there are people around me, they said, what is your problem? He is telling it, you sign it and close it and you happily go. He is also happy. You want that contractor, he is there now, like that. But the soul, the inner, the consciousness or it is not allowing me to sleep also from that moment onwards, because the soul doesn't want that to happen, right? And anyway, I resigned that company. Now the inner peace is what our soul is looking for. And if I take a taxi from Doha to go to Al-Khor, I am the passenger and the taxi is the vehicle, and there is a driver who is supposed to drive me from Doha to Al-Khor. Now, if the fellow who is a taxi driver, and instead of driving towards Al-Khor and he drives towards Dukan, the passenger, I am there inside the taxi, I'm not happy because I am seeing the signboard as Dukan, whereas I want to go to Al-Khor. This is number one. Or there is a second problem. This is one problem. The second problem for the passenger, that the soul, first problem is totally different direction the driver is taking the vehicle. The second is the driver is taking the taxi, taking the passenger towards Al-Khor. The road is perfect. The direction is perfect. But the problem is, while going, he stops at the city center mall and then he goes to that theater and he watches 2 movies, forgot where he has to go. The vehicle is waiting there, passenger is waiting there. He is so occupied in that movies for 6 hours, 2 hours or 4 hours. Then also the passenger is not happy. The Atma will not be in the state of Shanti. Inner peace will not be there. This is what I am going to focus on, when the Atma will get Shanti. How I can avoid in going a wrong direction or right direction, but I get struck with movies or something else. How can I identify that? So what we are going to discuss today is a couple of points, not couple of points, 6 points. First, let's basically cover what is exactly soul. Peace, I already explained. What is soul? We will discuss. You all know it, I'm sure, but let's recap what exactly soul means. Where is it? How it is? What should I do with that, right? And then what is stopping the soul in achieving Shanti or in achieving the bliss or ecstasy? why it is not in Shanti. What is it stopping? There are 6 points. There are 3 points which is stopping us, and there are 3 mistakes I do by which I don't achieve, I don't allow my soul to enjoy the bliss or be in ecstasy state. So there are 3 mistakes I do. There are 3 problems the soul has, not me. The passenger also has a problem. So that has to be fixed, right? So what are those 6 points? Which is stopping the soul in achieving the peace or Shanti? And in order to progress, in order to get Shanti for my soul, inner peace, then I have to know where I stand now. Yeah, I took a taxi. The taxi started moving towards Alcor, but in between it got struck. Now I have to go to the right road and in a right way. Then I should know where I am standing. Even to start the journey, I have to tell the taxi guy I am in Mugulina, near Concord Hotel, besides Capital Police Station. Unless I know where I stand, the taxi guy even will not be ready to take me to Alcor, because he has to fix the price. So he has to know the starting point, end point. So now, in order to progress my life towards Atma Shanti, I have to know where I stand. And Maharishi has written a poem for this, how to know the status of my soul. So we are going to discuss it, and I'm just going to compare that as a college life, 3 years of college life, first year, second year, third year. Am I in a first year or second year or third year? Each year, there are some theory papers and there are some practical papers, which I am going to explain as well. What are the theory papers I have to pass theoretically, and what are the practical papers I have to follow from morning to night? Unless I pass it, I will not go to the second year, or I will not go to the third year. Unless I finish the third year, my soul will not be in Shanti. So I have to finish year 1, year 2, year 3 with theory and practical papers. What are those? And the fourth one, the first year, what is the primary level? Theory and practical. Secondary level, second year, third year, that which is the final year. And is there any simple practices Maharishi has given us to pass all those years, right? All those syllabuses and practical papers, that also we will cover that. There are 2 things Maharishi has given us, 2 simple steps. If I can understand and implement it in my life from day to night, from morning to night, it is little bit easier to cross all those papers, pass all those papers. So these are the things I wish to cover, and I don't know, I can finish it today or some other day we will complete it. Okay, now what is soul? We all know that Atma. What is Atma? If I have 1 liter of milk, the milk will get spoiled in 1 day, or in this hot sun, if I keep it outside, within 2 hours or 4 hours, the milk will get spoiled. So what we do, we put a small quantity of buttermilk or curd to make it as a curd. Now the curd can be there for a week or 3 days, 4 days, 7 days. It will not get spoiled. I can make use of it. And even curd has a limited lifetime, maybe longer than milk, but still it has a limited lifetime. After that, it will get, it gets spoiled. So what we do, then we do this churning of the curd and we get butter. I hope butter, right? Okay, butter. We get butter out of that, and the butter can, sustain, can live for maybe months. Even that has a lifetime. It will get spoiled if I don't use it properly. Then what we do, we make it as, we take ghee from that butter, and ghee, it has very, very long life, and it can be used even after 6 months. So now somebody asked a scholar, what is Atma? So his response is like this. So far, whatever I explained, he explained, that sage explained to that disciple, what is soul? Now he said, the soul, the milk which will get spoiled, and the ghee is inside the milk, which will never get spoiled. The ghee, it cannot get spoiled, is inside, is an inherent in milk, but milk will get spoiled. But the ghee doesn't get spoiled, but you have to extract it from the milk, which will get spoiled, right? So the soul is also like a ghee, which is inside this physical body, which will get spoiled. The body has a lifetime, but the soul doesn't have a lifetime. It is called eternal, which is inside the physical body, that is called soul. So he explained it, but we know from Maharishi, he further explains why it is eternal, how it is eternal, what exactly soul is made up of. All that A to Z, we know it. It is nothing but the intensified magnetic field which is at the center of our human body is called soul. Soul is nothing but genetic center. What is genetic center? We call that as a causal body or magnetic body. What we see is a physical body. Our magnetism is there up to 1 feet and it has a center. Though the magnetism is circulating throughout the body, anything rotates, there has to be a center according to law of thermodynamics. So the center is intensified, or heavier things are drawn towards the center, lighter things are thrown out. So the heavier things, which is nothing but the intensified magnetic field at the center of causal body, is called genetic center. That is called as soul, spirit, Athma. That's it. So now what is soul? Soul is nothing but intensified magnetic field at the center of the body. That is called soul. Why it is eternal? Because it is a magnetic field. Magnetic energy can neither be created nor destroyed according to physics. So only it can be transformed from one form to another form. So the soul is eternal. Any energy is eternal. It can never be created or destroyed, can be only transformed. Electricity can be used as a light or a air conditioner. You can use it in a different form. Same is this magnetism as well. So what is soul? We know. Now what is peace? We already discussed it. Peace is, people use it in general as an opposite word for war, enmity, and things like that. But what we are talking about, Shanti, here is inner peace. When the soul is always in restless state, if the driver is taking the vehicle towards Dukan or towards Alcor but got stuck and sleeping somewhere and doing something or busy with something, but not taking the soul towards Alcor. So then also the soul is not in a peaceful state. So the inner peace is not the peace of my mind or my physical body or my life force. Actually, it is the peace of my soul. That is Atma Shanti. Okay. Now, what is stopping the soul from peace? As I said, there are 3 mistakes we do. Because of the mistake, the soul is not in peaceful state or Shanti is not there. What are those mistakes? I don't know. I don't know, so I'm doing a mistake. When the meal plate is not empty, when my daughter was taking food, I immediately used to do this because I did not know if I do this, whether my soul is happy or not happy. Now I know what exactly soul wants, what exactly the purpose of my soul, and how exactly I can progress in my life towards that. The soul is in Atma Shanti, the peaceful inner peace. It has an inner peace, right? Now, if it is not there, it's a problem. So now the first thing is, I don't know many things. I think it is right, so I do it. And that is where I have to correct all my mistakes. So one is ignorance. And the moment you are in Vedatriyam, the moment you are going through all those lectures and classes and life education modules, I'm sure you will know what exactly is right and what exactly is not right. That is why he even named it as Temple of Consciousness. Our consciousness, when we are born, it is not really enlightened. We have to lighten it up again and again and again and again and again. Then only the more we get enlightened, then we do all the right things, right? So ignorance. The second one is, I know it, but I don't do it. I ignore it or I neglect it. I know exercise is good. How many are doing exercise every day? How many are doing meditation every day? How many are really following with the right quantity of food? All we have problem, overeating, all sort of things. We know it, but we are not able to follow it. That is negligence, is a second mistake. We do that. And the third is, I don't neglect it. I don't want to get angry all. I am very cautious not to get angry with my wife, but emotionally it comes. She just asked me, what is on the TV? I said, dust, finished. Everybody is shouting now. Out of my control, I get emotionally upset, or somebody else get emotionally upset. That is the third mistake I do it. So there are 3 things which we do. That mistakes cause my soul not to enjoy Shanti, the state of Shanti. Okay. Now there are three impurities the soul has. It is not my mistake. When I am born, my soul inherited some impurities or blemishes from my father, mother, from their father, their mother. So all those impurities, it is not a choice for me. I got it inherited. Now I have to purify it. I have to throw them out. What are those three impurities? We all know that one is ego. Ego means I and mine, aggressiveness and possessiveness, right? Whenever I say I think in my last now, at least last 10 years of any of my email, either business or personal, I never use the word I. We all, even though I am communicating, even though I am the one who is preparing it, even though I am the one who did the work, I use the word we all the time. And one time my boss asked, what do you mean by we in your email? You or you have somebody else also to who did this job? I said, sorry, it's my only, it's me only. But I prefer to use the word we. I told my boss, of course, I can't explain him philosophically, then I asked him, you want to mention only as I can mention it. Then he said, no, you carry on. It doesn't matter to me. Fine. But if you're communicating to in some specific issues, you have to be very clear. You have to use I, don't use we there. Like that, he advised me, right? So ego is nothing but I and mine. When I get irritated, when I get upset, when I find fault, when I criticize, when I get anger, when I get worry, when I object it, when I reject it, all that is a symptom of having ego. We all have ego, only the percentage varies. Unless I kill my ego, my soul is not in the state of Shanti. The ego is the one which is separating myself from the reaching the destination of alco, or the reaching the destination of divinity or oneness. I have to become one with the divine. Then where is the separation? Myself and divine are one. Who is separating it? I is the word separating it. I. So unless I remove that I from it, I want peace. Remove want, peace remains there. I want peace. What do you have to do? Remove I, remove want, peace is there. But Maharishi didn't say remove want. Want is there, but you moralize the want. That's all he says. Okay. So ego is the first impurity. The second one is when I am born with some imprints, some sins. So unless I purify all those negative imprint, I can't become one with the divine. I can't reach destination. Though the road goes direct, though I am in the right road, there will be a block. Somebody will be stopping me. Somebody will be giving me a problem because I have impurities. So all those I need to, clear those imprints. Even a 3-month-old baby is crying, getting angry because it has an imprint, right? So I have to purify that. And the third is illusion, Maya. Always I see through my eyes, through my skin, through my tongue, through my nose. All those senses have a limited functionality. It cannot see the truth all the time. We have been seeing sun is rising from the east. Who doesn't know? Sun is rising from the east. Everybody knows. But we only know now why it is looking like rising from east, but it is not because of the sun. It is because of the rotation of earth. Apparently, we see like that. The truth is not. So, whatever our senses tells us, gives a signal to our brain, most of the time it is illusion. I have to start seeing things through third eye. Then you are seeing the truth behind what my physical eye see it. Unless I start seeing like that, I am in problem. So the Athma will not reach the state of bliss, right? So these are the three blemishes. We have to work day and night to get those out from my soul. Okay. Now, we all know that unless I remove all those impurities, I can't become one with the divine. So to achieve my purpose of birth or to reach my destination, Al-Kor, for example, then I have to get rid of my impurities. To get rid of my impurities, I have to know where I stand now, where I stand today, what is the status of my soul now. From there, how to take it, where to take it. Where to take it, now we know. How to take it, I have to know. Am I in the first year of college, second year of college, or third year of college? Only that I should know. Now, why I should know the current status of soul? I already explained it. If I have to go to Alcor, I have to tell the driver that I am in Mogolina. So I have to know. So he has written a poem. Why to know the status of soul is to understand the answers easily for the questions. Why we get pain, why we get happiness. Then I can modify my lifestyle to live accordingly. People remember the God only when they are in a problem. Otherwise, they don't remember the God. We go to God only when I have a problem, when people have a problem, right? So why problems are coming? The problems are coming to me indirectly telling me, messaging me that you are in a wrong direction. You are in the road towards Dukan. I want you to go to Alcor. Why are you in a wrong direction? Or you are in a wrong direction, but you are enjoying a movie. Your job is to go there. Why are you enjoying the movie? At least one movie is okay. Why two movies? All those problems. So now he says, if you know the status of the soul, you know why I lost my job, or why I get promotion in this job, or why I get this, why I don't get this. All those answers will be very clear to us if I know the status of my soul. So we must know the status of soul. Now, what is the status of the soul? Where do I stand? If you really understand what is soul, the answer is very clear. The soul is nothing but intensified magnetic field, which is at the center of the body. Now, if it is the magnetic field, the moment I say magnetic field, there are two forces: attractive force, repulsive force. Any magnetism, attractive force, repulsive force. Only two things are there: attraction, repulsion. Now, what is the status of my soul? Attraction or repulsion? What do you mean by attraction? If my soul attracts, what happens? Whatever I think, I get it. Whatever I want to achieve, I am able to achieve it. I am able to progress. Compared to yesterday, today, there is no issue. There will be problem, but I am able to cross. I am able to go. I am able to solve it and make a progress in my life continuously without any serious issues there. That means I am attracting what I want in my life. If there is a repulsion, even I want to do exercise, I am not able to do exercise every day. You can't do it. There will be a blockage. There will be a problem. There will be troubles. And even the closed ones will give you a problem, like a kid, our children, our wife, or anyone, because my soul is repelling. No. Don't enjoy harmony with me, because I'm pushing away through my magnetism. How can I attract you? If I attract you, things are together. There is no disharmony. Everything is one. There is no difference at all. Who will say no to me if I ask anything? Nobody will say no if I ask anything. Even if they can't do it, they will try their best to give it to me if I attract, right? People will not have conflict with people around them or situation around them. There will be challenges, there will be problems, but it will go very smooth. Even there is a huge, heavy rain will come, but he will have enough protection to come out of that, right? The damage will be very, very less. Then only the negative karma will go away. So problem will be there, but he is able to manage it. So what is the status of my soul? I have attractive power or repulsive power. What I have, that decide the status of my soul. How far I am away from my Athma Shanthi, right? Now, okay, now I got the answer. Can I find out? Impossible. You can't find out the status of your soul by analyzing what attraction I have or repulsion I have. Because there are people, they, one person returned from the office. Maybe it's an old joke. So anyway, there are people, uh, there are people who have a great attractive power. All that attraction works only in office. The moment he joins it, everything is fantastic. Excellent boss, excellent department, no tension. Everything is a peace there, and he gets promotion in 2 years compared to his classmate who is there for 10 years in the same company. He got promotion, he got increment, he got bonus, and shifted. Everything is very positive there compared to what he was expecting. More than that is happening. He has a great attractive power in his job wise. The moment he comes to the home, And if he says that, hey, I feel hungry, I need breakfast, can you make something to me in 10 minutes? 2 hours gone, no breakfast ready. And all excuses are coming from them. And he thought, should I go out or have, I feel so much. Even a coffee, he will not get at right time with the right quality. It's the same person. Attraction there, repulsion here. There are some people who enjoys the homely life, heaven for him. But at the job, even a tea boy will shout at him. No promotion for the same company for 30 years, absolutely nothing, no increment, and anytime his job is at stake, or insecurity is always there as a threat for him all over his career. Then what is happening here? How can I find my soul is attracting? It is attracting something, but it is repelling something else. How to find? So there are 3 layers, 3 levels. As I said, first year, second year, third year, right? So the first year paper, primary level, what is the theory and what is the practical paper, right? So I'm going to explain you what is the theory. 5 papers are there in the first year college, and there are 2 practical papers for first year. So let's understand what are those theory paper and what are those practical papers which I have to pass. Unless I pass both, I can't go to the second year, right? Okay, now the first level is called as Kamadenu. The word what Maharishi coined is Kamadenu. It is all, I don't know the exact equivalent in English. I don't know in English book how it is translated. And most of the time it is translated with the same word as Kamadenu. Somebody who studied in English, MSc, maybe they may be able to tell me whether if any equivalent word is there for Kamadenu. Anyway, that the meaning of the word Kama means, we all know it. It's a Sanskrit, English, many languages, even in Tamil, it says desires. That's all. Kama means desires. Denu means cow. And a cow means, in spiritual dictionary, cow means soul. So the primary level is the desire of my soul. That's all. The first stage is the desires of my soul. What the soul desires, the desires soul, or the desire, soul's desires. That is the first stage. That is the equivalent, the means the translation of the word Kamadenu is soul's desires. Okay, what is the desires of my soul? And I have to pass that first year. Okay, now what exactly he wants to tell us, Maharishi wants to tell us, when there is a heavy rain in our places, the dam is getting full. So when the dam is reaching almost full, what they do before that itself, they drain the water. They not empty the dam, they release the water from the dam so that the water rushes with a huge force. And whatever there in the path, sand, stone, snake, anything there, it pushes it and it carries it along with the path. The water goes with a strong force and goes on with a full speed, right? And where it goes, the water will not get settled down unless it reaches the ocean. Why? Because from the ocean only it gets evaporated due to sunlight, forms a cloud and forms a rain, and that rainwater, wherever it places, it is stored. In dam also it is stored, and in a coconut it is stored as a coconut water, in a lemon as a lemon juice. So the same water which originated from ocean, unless it reaches the ocean, it cannot be in Shanti. It cannot be in perfect peace or inner peace or complete peace. So the water has to reach. So the dam water, which is released with a strong force, it takes away whatever there on the path towards ocean. And if somebody takes the water put it in a small container, it will try to escape from that. Until it reaches there, it cannot be in Shanti state. Similarly, when we are born, we have a soul. The soul is originated from the state of divinity, the divine, the absolute space. We are part of that, but we inherited something on the way. And when I am born with a new baby, that soul has a strong force to achieve its purpose, to reach the ocean, to become one with the divine. So the soul has natural urge, natural desires. Why desires are there for the soul? Because it has to reach the destination. It has to achieve the purpose. And to reach that destination, it has hired this body. And with this body, the energy is spent. I am talking, I am doing some work. Otherwise, the soul cannot achieve its purpose. So when I do something, the lack of energy is there. The energy is getting drained. So I have to fill it up the energy. Who has to fill it up? The soul has to fill the energy. Now the soul creates a feeling called hunger or thirsty. All those feelings, the natural feelings, are the inherent desires of the soul. I have to fulfill it. And the efforts are taken by us. Our mind, the taxi driver will, the petrol is empty or the tire pressure is low. Now, naturally, the passenger will tell, or if the driver doesn't know, hey, please stop the car somewhere. Either I want to take a tea or coffee, or the tire pressure, I think something is wrong with the tire pressure. Let's fix the problem and then move on. Right? So when such a situation comes, so the passenger has his own desires, and that desires, I have to fulfill it. If I don't fulfill it, Atma is not in Shanti, the state of Shanti. So there are natural desires. We all know in our first chapter in introspection, what are the basic needs, right? The food, water, or protection from the climatic condition, or there are 16 waste in our body. All that waste should be eliminated properly as and when it is created. Otherwise, the body will have a problem. The soul cannot achieve its purpose. The soul wants this physical body to be in a perfect condition. The passenger, before he gets into the taxi, the passenger wants to make sure the taxi is in a good physical condition. If the car doesn't start, then the passenger will say, please stop. I will take another taxi and go because this is not fit for me. So in our case, the soul will not tell me even I'm going, bye-bye. No, only doctor will say this fellow is dead. So the passenger is not happy if the body is not in perfect condition. So the first stage, the first year college is the theory paper. There are 5 theory papers. There are 5 things which are required for the physical body to be in a perfect condition. For the soul to do its job properly, to achieve the purpose of birth, the soul needs these 5 things. So there is a natural inherent urge for the soul to have this so that the journey is comfortable. I have to go there. To go there, taxi should be in a perfect condition. I should not feel hungry. I have to have enough food. I have to have water. All I have to have AC in the car because temperature is so hot. All that is required for the soul to make the journey more comfortable. But the problem here is I feel hungry. Then I keep eating more and more and more. The soul is not happy. The physical body is not happy. That is where the problem comes. First of all, we go in the right direction towards Alcor. When I go in the right direction, I should not get stuck in those 5 desires. There are 5 desires, natural urge. I could not get stuck. It is like a hole on the road. If there is a hole, and if the driver took the taxi there and he is not able to come out, unfortunately,
Sorry to bother. The battery low is appearing. I think you need to connect to the charger.
Sorry, thanks, Anand. You are right. Okay, so now the car, if there is a hole, the hole looks very small, apparently. But if the driver takes the car there, okay, there is a tea stall, let me stop there and let me have a tea and go. And when he goes and stops the car for a tea, the problem is that fellow is driving slowly. Hey, I have a theater, nice movie. We just released it. We watched the movie, it is so excellent. Now I go for a movie. After watching the movie, he tells, hey, your 25-year-old friend is staying some half kilometer from here. Let's go and say hi, and then you take the journey further. Okay, let me see the friend after 25 years. So I am going there, now going to a friend's place. That fellow, hey, I am seeing you after 25 years. Please stay with me for 2 days. Now I forgot why I came here, where I have to go. That is the problem of these 5 holes. The hole looks small, looks apparently enjoyable. The more I enjoy it, the hole becomes more wider and more deeper and deeper. Now it is very difficult to come out of it. People get stuck there. This is the primary year, the first year of college. So the first problem, the basic things is I already explained. Natural desires. It needs food, it needs water, it needs money, it needs house, it needs AC. Because to make the journey comfortable, we need so many things, right? But the problem is we enjoy that through senses and we become addicted to it. That is where the problem is. Now, the soul needs food. I took it. But next time the soul is asking for food, but my tongue tells you just go in this direction for 10 kilometers. There is a nice restaurant where sambar is excellent. I want to have that sambar. Let's go there. Now the soul needs food, but tongue needs something else. Sensual pleasures, material attraction. The sensual attraction, material attraction, two big holes. There is one more hole bigger than these two also. We are going to see that there are 5 theory papers in which I should know this. I should decide, oh, no, let me not go after it. The soul wants only this. Only tongue needs this. Who is his tongue? What is his capability? Am I more powerful than the tongue, or tongue is more powerful? That's it. Only 2 questions if I ask, I can easily cross over that particular problem. Okay. But unfortunately, the more money we go, whether that gives happiness or not. What I am seeing today, not today, almost 10 years or 5 years before, how much effort I have to put to earn money, the same effort I have to put to protect that money also. Otherwise, people will, the property I buy, if I don't see it once in a year, somebody else will enjoy that property. I can't claim back even. That is a condition, right? So now, all these sensual pleasures, material attachments doesn't give 100% satisfaction. Whether it is a dance or a globe jamun, everything only limit. If I cross the limit, it gives me pain. The same happiness become pain. I need to understand that. Otherwise, I will have to stuck with that 6 temperaments of anger, greedy, immoral, sexual passion, inferiority, superiority, complex, vengeance. All that 6 things will come. That will cause big 5 sins like theft, lies, all the cunning, all those major sins. I will be doing it. Okay. So now there is a practical paper for this first year. So there are 5 papers. Number 1 is sensual enjoyment. Okay. I think this poem is wrongly have come here. Anyway, first is a sensual enjoyment. How much senses I use it? Is it to satisfy my tongue or to satisfy the soul? If it is to satisfy the soul, perfect. We have to go for it. But if it is only for my tongue or my physical body, then I have to think twice. Really, can I live without that or not? Can I be happy without that or not? What exactly my soul wants? What my passenger says? Passenger says, hey, I just need a tea. This fellow goes to a 5-star hotel to have a complete full-fledged dinner. Even though he pays 200 real for it, he's not happy with the food because there is more rice there. But the driver wants to go there. So there is a conflict between mind, body, and soul. So sensual enjoyment, right? And material attachment. He says, control all my 5 senses. 2, all materials, whatever I use, is it for soul? Is it for the physical body? It can be for physical body, but I should not cross the limit and method. What Maharishi says, limit and method. That fellow, the wife went to the husband came out of the bathroom. Wife went into the bathroom and saw that the soap dabba is filled with water. Now she's shouting him, what? You don't have sense? How can you keep your soap dabba when you are taking a bath? The soap will get dissolved in 2 hours. And I have to buy. When I buy something, you are asking 1,000 questions and you are spoiling the soap. The soap is worth 10 rupees or 10 reals. Not 10 reals, 2 reals, one soap. Whereas this lady is shouting him for 2 rupees, 2 real soap, whereas she lost her jimiki 2 days before, which is worth 3,000 real or 5,000 real. Now, where is the problem here? So the material attachment, how much attachment we have towards material, not only money, everything, all that is important. Maharishi has given a poem, Where is the Loss? People say that, oh, soap, it's gone. Where is the loss? The poem, he says that whatever comes only can leave us. God has given me money, so I purchased soap. Now only soap is gone. Nothing is lost what I did not get earlier. Whatever God gave me, God is taking. So where is the question of love? Why you cry that something is lost or some material is going from you? Absolutely, it is stupid thing according to the poem, right? So I think now time is 10:20. So let me stop here with the first paper, and I will also give the practical paper for these two. And then we will continue it in some other class. Okay. Actually, that was a poem in Tamil and I translated it. Okay. There is a practical here. Okay. There is no practical mentioned here. Okay. The practical is this. Okay. The theory is I have to have control on limit and method for my sensual enjoyment as well as material attachment. As long as I can have even 10-fold. But if something is not there, if I am upset, I am a problem, right? So the practical test is when I get upset from morning to night, on what reason? Is it for sensual enjoyment? Then I fail in that practical paper. Means how many times I get upset, what for? Test one, practical paper one. From morning to night, for what reason I get upset? Is it really important for soul, or these 5 things which are important to make the journey comfortable? So the practical paper is when I get upset, for what reason? Second paper, practical, there are 2 practicals in primary, first year college. The second is where my energy is spent to the most. Sensual, material, there are 3 other things that also covered in the same paper. So think about this first point. We will continue for the second year, third year, next class. And with this, I conclude whatever discussion happened so far. If you have any questions, we have 7 minutes. You can 5 minutes. You can ask any questions.
Thanks, sir. Let's bless Muthu, sir, because we need to start the other session now. So, Muthu, sir, be blessed by the divine. Muthu, sir's physical health, be blessed by the divine. Muthu, sir's family, be blessed by the divine. Muthu, sir's spiritual work, be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. As there are 2 homework questions, you keep working till next week. We'll continue next week. Sorry, we need to rush because there are at least 50 people waiting in the other class. Sorry. Be blessed by the divine. See you all next week, Friday morning, 9 a.m. Be blessed by the divine.
Thank you.